Today I'm covering MCS 015 Communication Skills of IGNOU, which is there in BCA, PGDCA, MCA, and the information shared is any which ways going to be very helpful to you all. So let's start. We are focusing on following topics. These are the 5 units which we are covering: process of communication, telephonic techniques, job application and interviews, group discussions, and managing organizational structure. So coming to the first unit, it is process of communication. It has 4 key elements, as you can see: sender, channel, receiver, and feedback. So the message somebody wants to give is a sender. Channel is the medium which they are using. Receiver is the person who is receiving this information, and how they are reacting to it, whether they have understood it or not, is the feedback. So by giving you an example, I'll take a example of a news channel. They are the sender. uh, they are giving through their news channel, they are giving the information. We all are receiver, and whether we trust that news channel, whether we feel that okay, this is an important information or not, that depends upon us. Everybody takes the information in a different manner, and feedback could be either we'll believe the information given by them, or we'll change the channel, right? In similar way, you are the sender individually, or maybe right now I am the sender. The channel I'm using is a YouTube. I'm giving you this video, and it has visual, it has oral, both things covered in this. You are the receiver, and the information which you are receiving depends upon your knowledge, how you're feeling that will this be helpful to me. And the feedback you'll be and you'll understand, and you'll maybe refer to other information sources of information, or maybe you'll receive something which was not clear to you before. So this is the feedback you'll be giving, right? Coming to the barriers of communication, there are certain barriers like language barrier, technical jargons, pronunciations, cultural differences, physical environment, and affective reasons. I'll quickly discuss all. Language is when you do not understand the language spoken to you, for example, a foreign language, or maybe any other Indian language which you do not understand that well. Technical jargons, as I've written, that it could be any technical terminology which, as a layman, we are not aware of. कोई भी अपने फील्ड से टेक्निकल कुछ भी डिस्कस करता है, बट हम लोगों को नहीं समझ में आ रहा, दैट इज़ अ टेक्निकल जार्गन, एंड वो एक कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर है, हमें नहीं समझ में आ रहा. Pronunciation could be like somebody is pronouncing something different, and it is difficult for us to comprehend it. It becomes a barrier again. Then cultural differences is there. एक ही चीज़ को आप डिफरेंट तरीके से बोलते हो तो भी हमें समझ में नहीं आएगा. Then physical environment is having background noises, as I've written. Maybe a technical glitch is there, or maybe that there is a lot of humidity in the room and you are not able to get the message. Maybe there's a class going on, there's no ventilation. So again, the physical environment is, if it is not that favorable, तो आपको वो चीज़ समझ में नहीं आएगी. Again, it is a barrier only. Effective reason is you do not find the information is relevant, you do not trust the person who's giving, or there are distraction around you, or there are different, could be internal reasons of a person. So internal, external भी होते हैं barriers, language से related भी होते हैं. तो these are all which are the things which are playing a role of a barrier in a communication, जिससे हमें बात समझ में नहीं आती है. Now types of communication आपको सबको पता है. There's written, there's oral, there's gestural. हम hand gesture कर सकते हैं, facial expressions दे सकते हैं, orally we are talking, we can write, we can text. So this is the way we can communicate with someone. Now flow is internal and external means, अगर मैं ऑफिशियल बात करूँ तो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के इंटरनल बात होती है, अमंग्स द टीम इज़ इंटरनल. अगर कोई एक कम्युनिकेट करता है किसी आउटसाइडर के साथ, इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बात हो रही है, तो एक्सटर्नल कम्युनिकेशन है. नाउ इंटरनल में वर्टिकल एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल है. वर्टिकल मीन्स दैट a subordinate is talking to higher authorities, और एक जूनियर मैनेजर है वो सीनियर मैनेजर से बात करते हैं, वो आगे सीईओ से बात करते हैं. तो दिस इज़ द हायरार्की, दिस इज़ अ वर्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन. Horizontal is that all the managers are having a meeting. एरिया सेल्स मैनेजर की है, किसी और मैनेजर की है, तो वो सब एक साथ मीटिंग करते हैं, तो वो सेम लेवल पे हैं सारे. दैट इज़ अ हॉरिजॉन्टल मीटिंग और हॉरिजॉन्टल कम्युनिकेशन वी कैन कॉल. Then it's not conversation is not only confined to vocabularies, words, good technical knowledge, or maybe grammatical knowledge. It has more to it. That's why I've covered into it. These are maximum of price. Maximum means principle, right? तो जो पोलाइटनेस एंड कोऑपरेटिव प्रिंसिपल है, मैं वो हाईलाइट करना चाह रही हूँ यहाँ पे. देयर आर 4 मैक्सिम्स ऑफ क्वांटिटी, ऑफ क्वालिटी, रिलेशन एंड मैनर. क्वांटिटी, आपको कितनी बात करनी है. यू हैव टू बी ओनली रेलिवेंट, डू नॉट ऐड एडिशनल एंड इनसिग्निफिकेंट विच इज़ नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन, वो हमें नहीं डालने. बी प्रिसाइज, बी एग्जैक्ट, नाइदर टू मच नॉट टू लेस. देन बी ट्रुथफुल. क्वालिटी, आपसे वो जो इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल रही है वो हमेशा ट्रस्टवर्दी होनी चाहिए, समबडी बिलीवेबल होनी चाहिए, फॉल्स इन्फॉर्मेशन या रूमर्स नहीं फैलाने चाहिए. दिस इज अगेन वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल्स. देन मैक्सिम्स ऑफ रिलेशन मीन्स दैट आप उसी कंटेक्स्ट में बात करो. डोंट गो हे वायर, डू नॉट स्ट्रेच, डू नॉट गो बियॉन्ड दैट टॉपिक, अदरवाइज इट विल डेफिनेटली बिकम बोरिंग. मैक्सिम्स ऑफ मैनर मीन्स जिस मैनर में बात होनी चाहिए, छोटा ब्रीफ होना चाहिए, ऑर्डरली होना चाहिए. डू नॉट be more obscure, do not add ambiguity, means do not confuse the other person. आपको बात करनी है मैसेज पास करने के लिए, किसी को कंफ्यूज करने के लिए नहीं. तो दीज आर द प्रिंसिपल्स विच वी शुड बी फॉलोइंग व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट conversation. Now difference between conversation and other speech events is conversation is among two people. कोई भी मीटिंग हो रही है, बात हो रही है, फ़ोन पे बात हो रही है, एक ग्रुप को कोई एड्रेस कर रहा है, तो दैट इज़ अ मीटिंग. Speech events, as I've mentioned, it could be lectures, it could be meetings, it could be debates, it could be anchoring, it could be discussions. These are certain speech events which are followed by certain rules. It has a start, body, end, right? So this is a difference. There is a difference between conversation and having some speech events. Coming to the next unit, it's telephonic techniques. It is one of the most reliable and most used platform these days. Rather than calling for a किसी को आप मीटिंग के लिए बुलाओ, we do not prefer that somebody should be invited for a meeting to the office. Rather we talk over the phone and we save a lot of time wasted in traveling. So telephone is something which we all bank on. So these are certain polite expressions I have written. It will be helpful to you in a formal manner when you introduce yourself to someone. This is how you should be doing. Like, hello, good morning, this is Richa. Asking to speak to someone, may I call, could I speak to. These are the things which you can use while addressing to someone. Putting someone on hold, I've written how you would be asking that. Asking for repetition, taking a message, these are certain ways you can opt for these kind of sentences which are more there or be available now, but this you can start using with. Coming to the conference call is when if somebody wants to start a meeting or somebody is inviting you for the meeting, it's something very important. तो वो कॉल करेंगे, सबको कॉल करके मर्ज करेंगे उनकी कॉल्स, एंड देन यू विल हैव अ स्मॉल शॉर्ट मीटिंग और अर्जेंट मीटिंग. एंड इसके भी कुछ प्रोटोकॉल्स होते हैं, लाइक स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क होना चाहिए, कनेक्शन अच्छा होना चाहिए आपका, और good body language honi chahiye, so that the other person doesn't feel that you are ignoring the meeting or you are not very much interested. You should be happy attending that meeting, or when you're participating, you should be all ears to that conversation. Always identify yourself whenever you're speaking, because meeting में बहुत बड़ा ग्रुप भी हो सकता है, तो पॉसिबिलिटी है जब आप बोलें तो किसी को नहीं बताओ कि कौन बोल रहा है, आपकी आवाज़ को नहीं रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे, तो आपको अपना नेम बता के यू हैव टू स्पीक योर नेम एंड देन पार्टिसिपेट. एंड इफ़ यू आर ज्वाइनिंग लेट, डोंट अनाउंस इट. इट कुड बी अ हिंड्रेंस. डेफिनेटली आप लेट आ रहे हो और सब एक फ्लो है मीटिंग का, आप उसे ख़राब नहीं करेंगे. The most important is always keep yourself on mute so that your background noises or disturbances are not distracting the meeting. These are certain contractions. Coming to it, I have displayed some contractions which you can use in your writing, and spoken में तो हम सब use करते हैं, they are of utter importance. You can make note of that. Now, Unit 3 is of job applications and interview. Here we are focusing on CV. CV is different from resume. Resumes are short and crisp. CVs are a little detailed. So it has been picked up from Latin phrase curriculum vitae, which means course of life. It is a detailed documents. इसमें सब कुछ mention होता है, आपके academics क्या क्या है, आपके awards क्या क्या, आपके achievements, projects कितने करे, आपको honors क्या क्या मिले, publications, and by these you can understand ये ज़्यादातर academic post के लिए या research work में use होता है. आपका detail mention होता है work experience का. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज इस पर क्रोनोलॉजी होती है कि आपने कब क्या अचीव करा, किस ईयर में, किस डेट में आपने क्या अचीव करा था, एंड सो ऑन. एंड बेसिकली इट इज़ बेसिकली गिव्स एन इंसाइट अबाउट द कंप्लीट नॉलेज यू हैव, द एक्सपीरियंस यू हैव, एंड योर स्किल सेट. इट गिव्स यू अ कंप्लीट पिक्चर. These are the 5 C's of CV. Be clear, well organized and logical. Be concise means being relevant only. Only the necessary things should be added. Complete होना चाहिए आपके लिए जो भी important है आपकी achievements वो सारी mention होनी चाहिए. Consistent means same font and style. Current means latest. Your achievements should also be mentioned. Now preparing for an interview, it's like very important. जब भी आप इंटरव्यू को जाते हैं, when you make your resume, when you make your CV, be more rational. Make your self assessment that whatever your strengths and whatever your weaknesses are, reflect on them. Just don't say because this is popular. I'll say this whether I have those skills or not. I'll just say no. It will not help you. Do some homework on the company where you are applying so that you have prior knowledge about it. Work on your body language. It's very important. Your the way before you utter a single word, people can see you, how you're dressed up, how you're sitting, how you're making eye contact. Your body language speaks louder than your words. Be well groomed and presentable. It will always add when you're going for a job interview or anywhere public appearance you're making. You should be groomed. And once you'll be honest, you'll be definitely more confident about yourself. If you'll be fake, definitely it'll show in your body language. So always be honest. This always helps. Go through your application and brainstorm your skills and abilities. Try take examples of whatever skills you have, whatever qualities you possess. Support with an example. Some common questions I'm sharing here. For example, the basic one is tell us about yourself. It is to check your communication skills only. Then how you don't be humble. I always say that don't be humble. When somebody says why should we select you, you should boast about yourself, your strengths. You should talk about what you do in leisure time is something how you want to utilize your free time, and definitely what are your 5 year plans is asked so that how serious you are about your career. How serious you are related to your future. Are you serious about your career? This is the reason why people ask like what are your 5 year plans. What is success for you? This is definitely a very kind of dynamic question. Success is different for everyone. So what is your focus of work? Why you want to work? What do you mean by success is also asked. And whenever you are giving an example of your abilities and strengths, definitely it proves your knowledge, your authenticity is there. Next, we'll start with group discussion. Group discussion is basically a hiring technique that there are a lot of people who are actually applying for a particular job. So this is how they filter that after the group discussion among 6 to 12 people, they give a topic and then the discussion helps and your knowledge, your skills, your presentation skills, leadership skills are all checked in that. The key skills are basically you have to lead the discussion and only when you have enough knowledge. Then you have, in case you don't have much knowledge, always listen, before what the discussion is all about. Once you listen, then only you can give certain inputs. Be assertive and friendly when you are approaching, when you're talking, because it has to be in a very friendly manner that you are putting your points, you're discussing something. It is not a battle over there that in case you win, then only you'll get selected. It will not be considered good. Of course, I'm coming back to it that positive body language always gives you an extra edge. Some basic sentences used in GDR I've mentioned here. You can go through them. Then managing organizational structure. This is the next unit. We'll be covering degrees of probability here. That how we can, what word is to be used about how much of probability is there. For example, if we're very sure about it, then we'll be using the verb will. That yes, this will be done. If the possibility is higher, then it is considered 75%, and if it is not very sure, it's 50% is the probability. Unlikely when it's hardly 25%, and impossible when it cannot be done. Modal verbs I've mentioned. I'll be adding one more video for modal verbs only. As of now, I've only covered what can is for, what could is for, what may is for, might, should, would. One video I'll be adding for which focus only on modal verbs. Then report writing is very important in this module. Many students ask like we don't know the format, so I've added the format here that it should include name of author and date when this report is being written, then introduction, why and what issue you are reporting, then body is about uh, according to the events you'll be putting a body, like what events are you wanting to highlight. Conclusion is that you'll compile all the events and you should be away from the jargons. Conclude in a very simple manner. Summary, some people do not read the complete report, so major points, conclusions, recommendations should be mentioned in the summary itself. Important points of report writing are: use name and pronouns only, limit to one idea per sentence, be specific and clear, use simple language, and stick to facts and not emotional inputs. Use active voice. Stick to facts. I'll highlight again that when we are writing report, we don't have to be, we are not writing an essay, right? We are not writing a diary. It is a report which is different from other. Here, our emotional inputs are not required. So stick to facts only. So this is it, which I wanted to cover and share with you. So rest, I'll be taking up single topics also, and I'll be adding more videos. Thank you for watching.